Hey everybody, it is Rick and I am here with my May pickups. Definitely not quite as crazy as my April pickups or the Video Game Movie Dome haul that was basically 6 months worth of pickups from there. I have stuff to show you guys from Columbus Flea Market, which we went to for the first time. I have not been back. Yard sale, some random Facebook pickups. What else is here? We went and visited... I have stuff from Jake's, used bookstore, a local library sale, Groove, where else, guys? Groove, Walmart.com, just kind of, I don't know why I'm going in this, deep discount, Amazon, I think, what is this? That's eBay. Is this Amazon? Best Buy. So we're going to dive right into pickups. It's all movies and CDs except for this first item. I made the mistake. I bought this at Columbus and I made the mistake of putting it in my backpack. I shouldn't have done that. It's annoying to me because I'm a little OCD when it comes to my boxes for my pop figures, and this one got bent up pretty good. So maybe I'll try to sell this one, upgrade the box at some point. But it is the WWE Alexa Bliss, the new Alexa Bliss character. She is a much creepier look nowadays. I have her other pop and she was just like a blonde pixie essentially. But she has a cool character she started doing with The Fiend. Alexa Bliss is one of my favorites in WWE. One of the reasons I'll still pop on WWE occasionally. So when I saw this, and I think this was like $10, I wanted to grab it. Like I said, the box though, there's a bend there. The box is all kind of like puffed out. Like I said, I didn't take good care of this. I should have put it in a plastic bag and just carried it, but I did not. I made a mistake. You live and you learn. So let's dive into what else I grabbed at the flea market. The first thing here is this is the first CD. The first Together CD, which is just Together. It did not have its artwork. I want to say all the CDs at this table were 50 cents. Together was a very popular thing when I was in high school or middle school, I want to say. Let's see. 2000. So I was like 15 years old. It was basically a parody of a boy band. They had a song U plus sign, me equals sign, us, calculus. And it was all the like tropes of a boy band. Chris Farley's brother plays one of the members and he's super old and overweight compared to the other ones. And this movie, I keep trying to find the movie on DVD. Apparently it's incredibly out of print, but I'd love to find the DVD of it to revisit the movie at some point in time, but it goes for insane money on eBay. So hopefully I'll find it out hunting one day. This was a cool CD that I did not own. It has a wall sticker on it. I have a lot of Kevin Smith soundtracks, but I did not own the Clerks soundtrack, so I wanted to grab that. It has some like clips from the movie in between songs. You have Alice in Chains, Supernova, Soul Asylum, Corrosion of Conformity is on here, Stabbing Westward, Bad Religion. So the Clerks soundtrack, grab that. This is crazy that I did not own this CD. I thought I did, but I did not own a physical copy. I had a burnt copy, and that is Evil Empire, a fantastic Rage Against the Machine album, so I grabbed that. That was all I got from the one table for 50 cents a title. This was the first thing I ended up picking up. And it was weird because my girlfriend and I were talking about this particular CD the day before. Because I said I didn't own it. I knew they did like a B-side album and then a greatest hits album. And sure enough, we found Green Day Shenanigans. I believe this was $1, maybe $2. I don't remember exactly. But I've never owned the CD. And when I found it, it was mint condition. I was like, well, what are the odds of that happening? So I had to grab that. It was a funny story to tell Bridget. And like I said, I've never heard any of the music off of this CD. So some fun music. And I got some, let's see here, a couple Blu-rays. I want to say these were $2 a piece. The first one here, it's a double feature of two movies I've never seen, but both of them are on my to-watch list. There's a Mill Creek release of The Squid and the Whale and Running with Scissors. I've heard really fantastic things about both of these movies, so curious to check those out. This was kind of cool. If you guys didn't know, this is the first A24 film. So much so that nowadays A24 is on all the spines. This does not have the A24 on the spine. The slipcover is in really rough shape, but it is called A Glimpse Inside the Mind of Charles Swan III. And that stars Jason Schwartzman, Charlie Sheen, and Bill Murray. Like I said, it is an A24 movie, as you guys can see right there. But once again, it is a movie I've never seen. The slipcover is in rough shape. But for $2, I figured why not grab it. Patricia Arquette's also in it. And like I said, Aubrey Plaza's in it too. I did not know that. It is the first A24 movie. So I thought that was kind of cool and interesting. So I grabbed that. Then inside at Video Nuts, I grabbed myself one title. I think this was $9.99. It might have been $14.99, but I got a few other things that would... I was able to flip and definitely pay for this. I think this was $14.99. It was a WWE Blu-ray I did not own. And that is The Destruction of the Shield. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and Jon Moxley, or Dean Ambrose as he was known in WWE, who's now in AEW. So this will be a fun one. I assume this is a documentary and match. Yeah, it looks like it goes back, it does a documentary, and then goes back to matches when they were in FCW up through 2014. So they had a lot of like triple threat match, or not triple threat, trios matches, and they did a lot of, they had tag titles and singles titles. They were a really dominant group, and some really fun matches they had. So wanted to grab that. And then the last thing here I actually got from Dave, Cinema Sickness, who I was at Columbus with. And this is before going to Columbus, I was like really getting into 30 for 30s. I was watching them as I could when they were on. I would DVR them and watch them when I could. I had the first, like two of the first three volumes on DVD, but the box sets were really big. And Dave posted stuff he was selling, and I saw this in there, and I said, if that's available, I want it. And it is 30 for 30. I believe this is season 1. It's films 1 through 30 in a 6-disc set. So it has the first 30, which is basically two of the big DVD sets. And now I own them in Blu-ray, so that is awesome. If you stay tuned to a later part of this video, I might have another 30 for 30 thing to show you guys. So there's that stuff. I'm gonna, here, let me move this. We're gonna do that. All right. So then a couple things I got at a yard sale. I use my little post-it notes so I remember. A couple CDs. I paid $1 a piece for these. The first one is a Less Than Jake album called GNV FLA. I'm guessing that means Gainesville, Florida, based on the back of the album. This is not a Less Than Jake album I've heard anything from. It just caught my eye. I wish I would have gotten a yard sale earlier because they had some really fun music. And I grabbed this one, and I grabbed another CD that I was really excited about. The guy told me if I bought 2 CDs, it would just be $1. So that's why I bought the Less Than Jake album. Because the other one I bought was Real Big Fish. Our live album is better than your live album. And this is awesome because it is a 2 CD DVD set of Less Than Jake. I've never seen this one out and about. So you got 2 CDs and a DVD. All the songs of theirs that I know are on here, and I'm very curious. It just popped right out. The discs are all super minty. Like I said, it's cool. It comes with this one DVD keeps popping out. That's because that's broken. All right, let's try to do this again. So yeah, Lots of songs I like on here, plus a 20-song DVD concert that has Beer, Take On Me, Sell Out, She Is Her Girlfriend Now, Turn the Radio Off, The Setup. A lot of the songs I like, so definitely wanted to grab that. And like I said, I threw the Less Than Jake CD in for another $1. The next stack here is stuff that I got from Jake's Flea Market. I think I paid $1 a piece for these. The first one is an Adam Sandler movie I did not yet own. One I'm going to show RJ. Not yet. He has to wait probably another year or two. But I do want to show it to him. And this is only available on DVD as non Blu-ray. And it is Little Nicky. Popeye's Chicken is... Never mind. 84 minutes. Man, they really don't make the comedies like this anymore. An 84-minute comedy. It's been a very, very long time since I've watched Little Nicky in full. So excited to show this one to RJ in a little while. He's still a little too young for Little Nicky. Came with a booklet and everything. Like the DVD advertisement booklet. The disc is super minty and that was $1. So I grabbed that. The other thing I got just looked interesting. And I'm a sucker for music biopics. As you guys know, if you watch this channel, you know I'm a huge fan of music movies and music biopics. And even though this is about a country musician, I really enjoyed Walk the Line, so I figured why not, especially with the two leads, Tom Hiddleston and Elizabeth Olsen. That is a film called I Saw the Light, story of Hank Williams. Don't know much about this one. Like I said, I kind of just went on a whim. Saw it was a music biopic and saw it had two actors who I really enjoy, so why not? Grab this one for $1 and check it out. So I did. The next stack here is random stuff I've accumulated from Facebook pickups. I've paid anywhere from $1 to $3 for what's here. First up is a movie I've never seen. Once again, it's about music, so I was intrigued. I know Dave talked about this recently, said it was really good. So that's why it caught my eye. I wanted to check it out. It is The Filth and the Fury, a Sex Pistols film. So I grabbed that. This one was $2. I do remember that. I'm going to try to remember what I paid for all these. This was $2 as well. It's a John Cusack movie I've never seen. This particular one is an Anchor Bay film. I think this is about music too, based on the fact that it says a killer soundtrack from Fishbone, Devo, Circle Jerks, Dead Kennedys, They Might Be Giants. Appearances from Don Cornelius, Connie Stevens, Martha Quinn, Ted Nugent. It is a movie called Tapeheads. Do not know much about this at all. Like I said, it's a John Cusack movie I've never seen. I'm a big fan of his work. It's him and Tim Robbins. It's an Anchor Bay movie. So for $2, I figured why not get it and check it out. At least watch it one time to see if it's something I love or if it's I watched that once and I'm not going to watch it again. Next up, this is a movie that I didn't realize I had never seen before. It's from the creators of Napoleon Dynamite, which I really love. And I got this because I figured it would be RJ appropriate since the Hess brothers usually do like family appropriate stuff. Napoleon Dynamite, Nacho Libre. Plus, there's a lot of people in this movie I really like. Jermaine Clement, Michael Angarano, Mike White, Jennifer Coolidge, and Sam Rockwell. It's on my Sam Rockwell to watch list. And I've never seen this, and I'm curious about this one. It is Gentlemen Broncos. Have any of you guys seen this one? Is it good? Should I lower my expectations? I like Nacho Libre, but I love Napoleon Dynamite, so I'm hoping for something in between there. You're not going to get another Napoleon Dynamite. I know that for sure, but I'm hoping it's a fun, silly movie. So, Gentlemen Broncos, let me know, guys. Have you seen this one? Is it good? Can I show it to RJ? This next one was $1. Haven't seen it. Literally just caught my eye because of the cast. It's on my Joaquin Phoenix to watch list, but it also has Sean Penn and Claire Danes, and just sounds interesting. And that is a movie called It's All About Love, and this is brand new factory sealed. It's a Focus Feature Spotlight series. I don't know. Let me know if this one's any good. Like I said, it's on my Joaquin Phoenix to watch list, so I kept it. This was $3. This is a cool find, brand new factory sealed. Excited to show this one to RJ. It was a movie I watched when I was younger. and that is Clifford, starring Martin Short and Charles Grodin and Mary Steenburgen. It's funny, it still has the Ross $3.99 sticker. This movie was actually really out of print, and then I think it finally came out in boutique Blu-ray. Like, if I went back a year ago and found this sealed, it would be tough for me to keep this one because it was going for like crazy money, and the fact that it's super minty and sealed would have been tough to hold on to and not sell, but it has dropped since, and I really want to show this to RJ, revisit it. I remember it being a bizarre, dark comedy, but also like a kid movie, so we'll see on a rewatch if it's as kid-friendly as I remember. So Clifford, and then the last Facebook thing I got, this was $3, a movie I want to check out. I was trying to get it on 4K from Pam. She just wasn't having any luck finding it, and I found it on Blu-ray for $3. That's weird. Blu-ray has some scratches. Almost sounded like it was rubbing on the case. Yeah, it definitely is rubbing on the case. It is. Huh. That's weird. I hope this plays. I didn't realize this had scratches, but it is The Last Duel, starring Matt Damon, Adam Driver, and Ben Affleck. I'm expecting this to be a one-time watch. This isn't my cup of tea normally, but I've heard really good things about it and want to check it out. So The Last Duel, that was $3. Next up, went to a used bookstore that's local to me. They usually don't have anything great in movies, but they have movies for $1, so I always try to pop in. And I did grab a documentary that was made by, I believe, Teller, directed this from Penn and Teller, and it is a movie called Tim's Vermeer. Don't really know much about it. I've heard it talked about on podcasts I listen to, and I've never seen it physically, so I figured for $1, why not grab it and eventually check it out. So Tim's Vermeer, I grabbed that. And then the last group of stuff before I get into my unboxings is from a library sale. RJ and I went to a library sale that was by my work, and when we first walked in, there were carts in the hallway. And the top of the cart, there was a Scream Factory 4K. There was some other 4Ks, and I went inside and there was a bunch of sealed stuff. I ended up buying like I want to say 40 or 50 movies. A lot were to resell. They were doing 3 for $5. So I kept 5 things. 3 of them were 4Ks that I just upgraded my Blu-rays from, and those were House with the Clock in Its Walls, which, like I said, I owned all these on Blu-ray and decided to upgrade them to 4K. A Simple Favor, and Yesterday with the slipcover, basically $1.67 each, and I sold off my Blu-rays to upgrade to 4K. So there were those, and then 2 DVDs. The first one is a movie I've never seen before. I've heard about it. It has a very interesting premise and a really good cast. It features Melissa Leo, Kristen Stewart, and James Gandolfini, and that is Welcome to the Rileys, and this is actually a Blockbuster rental case. So, curious to check this one out. I've never seen it, but it sounds really, really interesting. So, yeah, wanted to check that out. And this, I didn't even realize what it was when I initially saw the spine, and I read the back, and I was like, oh my gosh, I need to see this. Didn't know this was a thing. I'm a big fan of The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel. I love stand-up comedy, and as you know, in that show, if you watch it, Lenny Bruce is a big character in that show. I did not realize that there was a movie made about Lenny Bruce starring Robin Williams, starring Dustin Hoffman. He kind of looks like a young Robin Williams in the back. Apparently the movie's in black and white from what the back says, but it is Lenny starring Dustin Hoffman. Did not know this was a thing. Then I was reading the back of it, and I was like, well, I need to get this. Like, I'm very curious to see a movie about Lenny Bruce. He's a very interesting character in the show. I've read about Lenny Bruce. I've never seen him do actual stand-up. Not that this is Lenny Bruce. I've seen, like I said, his character on Miss Maisel. I've read about him, but when I saw this was about him, played by Dustin Hoffman, I was like, I need to check that out. So Lenny, and that is it from like my out and about pickups. I now have some unboxings here. The first thing is from eBay. I got this such a good deal. This was an auction I won. I want to say I paid $12 shipped. And it is 30 for 30, season 2. Like I said, brand new, factory sealed. So I was able to get the 30 for 30s I did not own on physical, now own both seasons, and take up this much room as opposed to like this much room for 2 of the 3 box sets. So 30 for 30 season 2. So I now have both seasons 1 and 2 of 30 for 30, which I'm really excited about diving into those finally. Next up, I got this from Deep Discount. I believe I mentioned in a previous video when I got Dirty Work in Orange County. They had a buy one, get one, either half off or free sale for Olive Films. I ordered Dirty Work and another movie that got delayed. That showed up in the month of May. So here it is. It was another DVD upgrade. And that is Heartbreakers, starring Jennifer Love Hewitt, Sigourney Weaver, Gene Hackman, Jason Lee, Jeffrey Jones, who else am I forgetting? Ray Liotta. So, decided to upgrade my DVD to Blu-ray. So, Heartbreakers on Blu-ray, all film release. Next up, this is from Groove. Ah, yes. Another movie I was trying to get my hands on for a while from Pam. She was having trouble locking down a copy on 4K. She got it on Blu-ray, and I really wanted this one on 4K as I really liked it, with a nice minty slip. And that is Last Night in Soho. Fantastic Edgar Wright movie. A very fun 60s thriller, horror kind of, but more like a thriller with a great soundtrack. So Last Night in Soho on 4K. This was a movie I bought off Walmart.com for $19.96. Probably should have waited because Amazon ended up having a buy two get one free sale, and I should have bought it then, but I actually sold the code to recoup a good chunk of money I paid for this. I had bought another movie with this from Walmart.com, and then Amazon ended up putting that movie on sale $10 cheaper, so I returned the one I bought off Walmart and bought it from Amazon and saved $10. But the movie I'm talking about is Studio 666, the Foo Fighters horror movie, which I still need to watch. This came out kind of right after Taylor Hawkins passed away, so I feel like I keep putting off watching it because of that, but I am going to check this one out soon. I do really want to see this because I did not get to see it in theaters. I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan. Supposed to go see them this summer, but because Taylor Hawkins passed away, they canceled the entire tour. So I'd actually be going to see them in like 2.5 weeks if he hadn't passed away, but you know, such is life. They'll come back. I'll get to see the Foo Fighters at some point. So Studio 666, I paid $19.99 for this. And then last but not least, we have a few steelbooks from Best Buy. And I remember I had opened these to sell the codes when I first got them. And I was really disappointed because I did not realize before I opened one of these that it was incredibly scratched. Sadly, like super damaged, super scratched. Was not very happy, but I'd already opened it. There wasn't anything I could really do. And that is my Turning Red Steelbook. I don't know if it'll show good in the video. So on the front here, on the front, there's 2 dents. Let's see if I can get this in the video. There's a dent there, there's a dent there, and then there's all sorts of scratches. And it was sealed in plastic. There wasn't any damage to that. And then on the back of the steelbook, which I couldn't see at all because of the J card, there's scratches all over it. So my steelbook showed up pretty messed up, and as a steelbook collector, was not very happy about it. Like the spine looked clean, everything looked clean, and then like it is heavily scratched up. So that was a bit of a bummer, especially when you spend $35 on a steelbook, brand new, and it's sealed, and it looks like it was a pre-owned steelbook. Like I said, dented, scratched. It was a bit of a disappointment for me. And like I said, by the time I got it and opened it, I hadn't realized it. And then the other steelbook I got from them is the Batman 4K steelbook. I really like the artwork of this one. Like I said, I opened this to sell the digital codes, so it is already in a nice bag. Nice and clean, no spine damage or any damage on this one. But they both came shipped in that box, and this looked fine until I opened it. And it was like, what did you guys do to this? Did you stuff it all up and then shrink wrap it? But yeah, so that is everything I picked up in May 2022. Thank you guys as always for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Check out the description box down below where you can find links to my Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Also, Letterboxd where I rate and review all the movies I watch. My Blu-ray.com profile, my Amazon wishlist, my eBay store, all can be found down below alongside my email address and P.O. box. Thank you guys for watching. As always, until next time, who's down to movie?